Assalamu alaikum. My name is Jawad Akhtar and I am going to tell you about the hypothesis development and its type. And in the end, we will discuss about the type 1 and type 2 error. First, the definition. Once we identify the variables in the situation and build a relationship between them through logical reasoning and through theoretical framework, now we are in the position to test whether the relationship which we have built in facts holds true. Formulating these testable statements is called hypothesis development. In this, after identifying the variables through logically and through some framework, theoretical framework, and it will build the relationship, we have to check whether the relationship that builds through these variables are true or false. If it is true and after testing the statements, then this will be called the hypothesis development. There are two formats of hypothesis development. The first one is directional. In this type of hypothesis, we use the terms greater than, less than, positive, negative. It directs us towards the way between the relationship of the variables. It gives us some direction. For example, men are more hardworking than women. I have highlighted the word more because it is giving us the direction that the men are more hardworking than women. The second one is the non-directional. In this type of hypothesis, it shows that the relationship between two variables, but not stated that the relationship is positive or negative. In this, we don't have the directional, either it is positive, negative, less than, equals to, more than. It tells us nothing about this. For example, there is a relationship between job and family. You can see that it does not give us some direction. Now we are going to discuss about the type of hypothesis. First one is null hypothesis, alternative hypothesis, complex hypothesis, simple hypothesis, statistical hypothesis, associative hypothesis. First we will discuss about the null hypothesis. It has a relationship between two variables but do not have any statistics significance between two variables in the hypothesis. You can easily understand by the example. There is a significant difference between work ethics value of American and Asian. In null hypothesis, there is a relationship between two variable, but it has no statistics significance between them. So by the example, you can easily understand it. Now we will discuss about the alternative hypothesis, which is opposite to null hypothesis. It has some relationship between two variables and also have the statistics significance between two variables. For example, there is significance difference between the work ethics values of American and Asian employees. I have used the same example of null hypothesis because you can easily understand between the difference between the null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis. Now we will discuss about the complex hypothesis. Complex hypothesis predicts that there exists a relationship between two or more independent and dependent variable. It have some relationship exists between two variables. It can be independent, it can be dependent. For example, smoking, alcohol, drugs, etc. have no relationship in the occurrence of malaria or chickenpox. It is obvious that smoking and drugs have no relationship for the patient of malaria or chickenpox. Now we will discuss about the simple hypothesis. In this, there exists relationship between two variables. One is dependent or effective variable. In simple hypothesis, we have two main points which I would like to tell you. First one is that there is a relationship exists between two variables, which is called dependent variables, and it had some effect. We can call it dependent or effective variables. The other is independent and cause variables. For example, the higher ratio of unemployment leads to crime. Unemployment, because of unemployment, the crime rate will be increased. The unemployment have effect on the crime rate, in shortly. Now I will tell you about the second point of independent and cause. Smoking leads to cancer. Smoking have the cause which lead us to the cancer. Now statistical hypothesis. A hypothesis which can verify statistically called statistical hypothesis. It is obvious that the hypothesis which will be statistically true or it has some statistical significance will be called statistical hypothesis. The statement which will be it will can be legal or illegal but it has some statistical values or statistical verifies it. Now I will like to tell you about the associative hypothesis. It predicts an associative relationship between the independent variables and the dependent variables. It will tell us about the relationship between two variables. One is independent and second is the dependent. When there is a change in any one of the variables, changes also occur in the other variable. This point is the most important point in associative hypothesis. If one variable changes, then the other will also then other variable will also be changed. Now I will tell you about the contribution in the research, which is the most important thing in any research work. Hypothesis is the main and the most important thing because it tell us about it provide the clarity to the research problem and the research objective. It describe, explain or predict the expected result or outcome of the research. It indicate the type of research diagram. It directs the research study process. It identify the population of the research study that is to be investigated or examined. It facilitate the data collection, data analysis and data interpretation. The functions of a hypothesis. It enable an investigation to start his research work. It may lead to formulation of another hypothesis. It leads us to the another hypothesis. This point is also very important because if we have if we have a hypothesis, then it will help us to create another hypothesis. It leads to interpreted result drawing conclusion related to original purpose. Now this one is the very important type 1 and type 2 error. The rejection of a true null hypothesis as a result of test procedure is called type 1 error. When we are testing some procedure and we consider the rejection of true null hypothesis, then the error will be occur the error which occur over there will be called type 1 error. For example, in the terms of courtroom, the convicting the innocent defendant. Now the type 2 error, the acceptance of false null hypothesis is the result of the test procedure is called type 2 error. When we are testing the procedure and we accept that the null hypothesis, the result of null hypothesis will be, if we accept the result of null hypothesis, then the error will be type 2 error. For example, I have taken the same example. In the term of courtroom, the innocent will be declared criminal. The person who is innocent will be declared criminal. This is the type 2 error in the hypothesis. I hope you like the video. Thank you very much.